जय श्री माताजी। उपस्थित सभी सहयोगी भाई बहनों का शाम के सामूहिक ध्यान सत्र में हम बहुत बहुत स्वागत करते हैं। दोनों हाथ जोड़कर नतमस्तक होकर परम पूज्य श्री माताजी को हम पूरे हृदय से वंदन करेंगे। चित्त को सहस्रार पर रखते हुए हम सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। दोनों हाथ जोड़कर हम श्री माताजी से ध्यान की अनुमति लेंगे। प्रार्थना करते हैं, परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमें आज के सामूहिक ध्यान में बैठने की अनुमति आप हमें प्रदान करें। तीन महामंत्र एवं श्री गणेश मंत्र।
Mataji साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
नाड़ी संतुलन करने हेतु दाहिना हाथ धरती माँ पर रखेंगे, बायां हाथ श्री माताजी की ओर। हमारा पूरा चित्त हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर रखते हैं। प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें शुद्ध इच्छा शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। धीरे से हमारा दाहिना हाथ गोदी में लेते हैं, बायां हाथ आकाश तत्व की ओर। हमारा पूरा चित्त पिंगला नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर रखते हैं। प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें शुद्ध कार्यशक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। धीरे से हमारा बायां हाथ गोदी में लेते हैं, चित्त को सुषुम्ना नाड़ी पर रखेंगे। प्रार्थना करते हैं, परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमारी सुषुम्ना नाड़ू में श्री महालक्ष्मी तत्व जागृत कर हमें संतुलन प्रदान कीजिए। धीरे से हम चित्त को मध्य मूलाधार में स्थिर करेंगे। चित्त को बाएं मूलाधार में ले जाएंगे। धीरे से चित्त को दाहिने मूलाधार में स्थिर करते हैं। चित्त को मध्य मूलाधार में लाएंगे। धीरे से चित्त को दाहिने स्वादिष्ठान में, राइट स्वादिष्ठान पर लाएंगे। धीरे से चित्त को बाएं हृदय में लाते हैं, लेफ्ट हार्ट में। धीरे से हम चित्त को मध्य विशुद्धि पर लाते हैं। धीरे से हम चित्त को आज्ञा चक्र पर ले जाएंगे। यहाँ पर हम 2 बार हम क्षम बोलेंगे। शीश थोड़ा सा सामने की ओर झुकाया हुआ, दाहिना हाथ कपाल पर। ओम हम क्षम। ओम हम क्षम। धीरे से हमारा दाहिना हाथ हमारे तालू भाग पर रखते हैं, सहस्रार पर रखेंगे, हल्का सा दबाएंगे और घड़ी की सुई की दिशा में 7 बार घुमाएंगे। प्रार्थना करते हैं, परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमें हमारा आत्म साक्षात्कार प्रदान कीजिए। हमारे आत्म साक्षात्कार को द्विगुणित कर दीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमें ध्यान में निर्विचारिता प्रदान कीजिए। धीरे से हमारा दाहिना हाथ 2 इंच ऊपर उठाएंगे। सहस्रार पर होने वाली अनुभूति की ओर ध्यान देते हैं। धीरे से हमारा दाहिना हाथ गोदी में लेंगे और बायां हाथ सहस्रार पर ले जाएंगे। 2 इंच ऊपर रखेंगे। होने वाली अनुभूति की ओर ध्यान देंगे। धीरे से हम हाथ को गोदी में लाते हैं। थोड़ी देर इसी स्थिति में ध्यान करेंगे। ध्यान की इसी स्थिति में अब हम परम पूज्य श्री माताजी की अमृतवाणी ग्रहण करेंगे। आज की अमृतवाणी है सहस्रार पूजा टॉक कबेला 1998। इसका प्रथम हिस्सा हमने प्रातःकालीन ध्यान में ग्रहण किया है। जय श्री माताजी।
So it's important that we should go into thoughtless awareness. And that thoughtless awareness is the real way that your Sahasrara can be nourished by the Kundalini. Because Kundalini cannot go through, it cannot pass through. And for that, as I said, there are 2 Puja mantras. One is Ham, another Ksham. So if you are conditioned, you are frightened, you are afraid, and you had ideas about yourself. These days, the way people are describing, they'll say, I'm an extrovert. Somebody will say, I'm an introvert. Somebody will say, I'm hippie, I'm that. All kinds of things they can have attributed to themselves. But these ideas are all coming from outside. They are not from inside. To get to the inner side of yourself, to the subtler side of your being, you must allow the Kundalini to go through the Agya. To cross the Agya is a very important thing in modern times. And for that you have to meditate. If you can meditate with complete faith in yourself, this Agya can be opened up with surrendering to the Divine. You have to surrender yourself to the Divine. And when this Agya opens, you'll be amazed. Your Sahasrara is just waiting to transfer, to give you all the help that you need through the all-pervading power. Your connection of Sahasrara with the all-pervading power is established. And by that you will be amazed how all these 7 chakras work for you. How they help you. How they try to give you whatever is the real knowledge about everything. This real knowledge that you get is very joy-giving. You can see this real knowledge in everything. You don't have to start reading any book about it. In every situation and in every person, in every flower, in every natural happening, you see clearly the hand of the Divine. Once you see the hand of the Divine, your ego starts disappearing. Once you say that it's you do everything. Cabella has said something great about this. He said that when the goat is alive, it goes on saying, I am, I am. But when it is slaughtered and its intestines are made into strings which are used for cleaning the cotton, then it said, tu hi, you are. See, in this symbolic way, they have suggested that you have to become dissolved into this divine power. It's the divine power that does everything. What am I? I was just a drop, and I fell into this ocean of awareness of the divine power. And that is taking over and working it out. That will help you a lot to be a great sadhu. You develop curing powers, but still you are not proud of it. You developed, of course, awakening powers, you are not proud of it. You develop so many creative powers, and you are not proud of it. You become really very, very creative, extremely creative. But the greatest thing happened to you that you become a global personality. So you start seeing the problem of every country, of every other nation where they have problems. But these problems when you see, you don't see like other people, because others may like to use it for their own purpose, maybe for media, maybe for something. What you want to see is that these problems are solved. See, your powers are so great with this kind of a mind, I would say, which is dominated completely by the divine power, that whatever disturbs you immediately is taken over and it starts working out. Many problems have been solved by Sahaja. And also they can be solved on a very universal level. If you are a global person, then what happens is that you become a sort of a vehicle, or you can become like a channel for this divine power to act, because you are purely a global personality. Not attached to this, attached to that, but a pure Sahaja personality, which can be used by this divine power very easily. For that, as I told in the afternoon also, that we have to be careful about few things that we have. Firstly, anger. Anger is the worst thing that we have. Angry for what? There are people who talk like this. I was very angry. They're proud of their anger. Anger is a sign of complete stupidity, absolute stupidity. There's no need to get angry with anyone, because by anger you don't solve the problem. With anger you spoil yourself. With anger you ruin your own nature. With anger you really spoil the whole situation. So no use having any anger about anything. But if anything happens that angers you, you should settle down and see for yourself, why is it wrong? Why is it disturbing you? Your seeing itself will help this problem to be solved. You must first of all realize that you are a special personality, that your Sahasrara has been opened out to this all divine power, as if you are entered into the realm of divinity. You are great guests in that great court of divine domain. You are not an ordinary person. And so once you understand why you have Sahajayoga and why you have got realization, is that there's something special. But that should not give you any ego. It's not for ego that you have to have this, but it's for understanding that you have to play into the hands of the divine. This play is something I could explain like this, that if you are supposing an artist, then in the hand of the artist is the brush, and the brush never thinks that it is doing anything. It's the artist who is doing everything. In the same way, when you are one with the divine power, you just feel, I am not doing anything. It's the artist who is doing. It's the artist who is managing. And who is the artist? Is this divine power which loves you, which cares for you, which looks after you, which absolutely is identified with you. You'll be surprised, I've got so many letters from people how Sahaja has helped them, how at the right moment they got the help, at the point of complete destruction, how they were saved. So many people have written to me, but I'm not surprised, because if you are one with the divine, it looks after. It has all the powers, all the powers. Only one power it doesn't have, to control you. If you want to ruin yourself, it gives you freedom. Complete freedom. If you want to ruin yourself, ruin. If you don't want to accept divine power, all right, don't accept. It's a complete freedom to do what you like with yourself. That is one thing it has given, and that's why you must curb down that freedom and respect the divine power. Today is, I like the day when it is a mother's, I should say Mother's Day also, because I think only a mother can work it out that way. One has to have lots of patience with people. What I've seen about all these great incarnations who came, they just disappeared in a very short time they lived, very short time. Somebody was crucified about 33 years of age. Somebody took a samadhi at 23 years of age, because I think they couldn't bear the way people were stupid. They couldn't see the point that they could do something for human beings. They lost their confidence, I think, or maybe that they thought it's useless to work for these people. Like that, they took a position that is better to disappear. But mother's position is different. She'll go on struggling and fighting for her child. She'll fight it out to the last to see that the child gets all the benefits. And this patience and this love and this forgiveness is innately built in a mother. Because her attitude is very different. Not any achievement, not any big name or a sort of an award or anything. It is just she does it because she is a mother. And that is what is the sign of any mother. If she's a real mother, at least for her own children, she will go all out. She will work out everything for day in and day out and try to save the child from disaster. But Sahajayoga is a much bigger family, and for that you really had to be worked out through the mother's principle. You cannot take any other principle. Like there were very great warriors we had, and they have done a great job also, and they have worked out as warriors. Then we had some who were very sacrificing. All kinds of people there were. They worked very hard to establish dharma in people, but they could not. I thought of one thing, that no use establishing dharma. First of all, give them realization. When in the light of the spirit, they see what's wrong, they become dharmic automatically. The best way is to do that, not to force dharma on them. Because you put dharma on them, they don't know how to bear it. They can't digest. So this will be the best way, is to just make them aware of their spirit. Once the light of the spirit comes, in the light they see everything clearly, then no problem is there. And that's why this mother's quality is very helpful. I mean, in every country there has been a manifestation of the mother principle in every country. And it has been depicted and said. But later on, it was taken over by people who didn't want to talk about mother, because they could not justify themselves the way they were behaving. So they said best is not to talk of the mother. Also those who were very much advanced people, very matured, who were really incarnations, did talk about the mother all the time, but still talk was talk. Now this has to work out as a mother has to work. So in your own way, when you are doing surgery, there also you have to be a mother. More mother's quality than the father's quality. That there's no ambition, there's no competition, there's no jealousies, nothing. Just you want your children to come up and to grow in their spirituality. If that is the only attitude we have, then you'll be amazed how satisfied you'll feel, because this is a very, very joy-giving thing to see people growing in spirituality. Not only talking about it, not only reading about it, but actually happening, actualizing within us. So this quality is very helpful, and that really helps every Sahajayogi to be patient, to be kind, to be humble, but you have to correct also. But there's a way of correction of another person, of people who are coming not from the divine world but from the normal world. So it's a difficult task to correct them. Some people are so hot-tempered they can't bear it. Doesn't matter. You have to forgive them. But best is to concentrate on people who are simple, who are loving, who are affectionate. And then gradually all these complicated people also will join. Your way of dealing with others has to be motherly. The motherly relationship has to be there. I was surprised that in the Western literature I don't find any description of a child and a mother's relationship. It's very surprising. There's no description at all. How the mother sees the child, how he walks, how he falls down, then how he gets up, and how he talks. All kinds of beautiful things as described. But not in the Western countries. I don't know, they never saw this point, I think. That is very important, that to describe the attention of the mother. How she is loving, how she is kind, how she tolerates so much nonsense, and how she keeps it in as a sort of a forgiving thing, not just to use it against the child or to trouble. Sometimes you have to correct, you have to tell, but at the right time, at the right place, if they are told, the child also sees the point, whatever is there. The first most convincing thing is the affection and the love of the mother. She goes on forgiving and giving that assurance that I have a mother. Nothing can happen to me. And this assurance works very well. But the same assurance you have to give to other Sahajogis who are getting realization from it. Let them feel that you are not angry with them. They are stupid, I know. They are sometimes violent. I have gone through all kinds of people. But only thing that has worked is pure love. Pure love has no attributes of expecting something. You just give love and try to improve that person with full attention. But in divine work, you don't have to get attached to that person. Supposing there's somebody who is not up to the point, is also troublesome, gets angry with you, annoyed, insults you. So forget it. There are many others. There's no need to run after one person, to get attached to that person or to make them feel. Now, main thing is that I feel all the Sahajogis always feel that I am their own, which is a fact. Whether I talk to you, whether I meet you, or whatever it is, you have to know that I am your mother. And any problem you have, you can always tell me. But sometimes the way people tell me problems also, I feel how low they are. Their mentality is so low. What are they asking me? Supposing you go to some king and ask him for, say, $50, then what will the king say? What is the matter with this person? He doesn't know what he should ask for. In the same way, one feels that way, that when you are asking anything to your mother, it should be of some value, some great value. It should have the value of complete satisfaction. When you ask for something, it should give you complete satisfaction. But I've seen people asking for this thing, for that thing, it's to such an extent that I sometimes feel, oh God, how am I getting all these people around me who are desiring something very low, very mean, very insipid. But if you are one with the Sahasrara, then Sahasrara itself works. It will bring you contact with people, in contact with such people that you are amazed how it works. I went to Turkey and my experience of Turkey has proved that beyond doubt. I never expected, but the Turkish people, of all the people of the world, have taken to Sahajayoga just like a windfall. Can't understand how they have accepted. And there were at least 2,000 people in the follow-up. And people were finding it impossible to get them round and tell them. And when they had very close meetings also, they had so many people. And they continue to be there. Now, maybe that is a very disturbed country with fundamentalism very much working out. But everywhere, every country has problems and has, we should say, a kind of a very destructive image. Every country has. But in some countries, I don't know how it sparks. And once they become Sahajogis, no problem. There's no problem about anything. Once they are Sahajogis, you see, you don't have to tell them. They themselves work it out. They understand it. What is it? Like we have every country which has problems, which has people who are not of a very great level, who are not great seekers. Maybe in some countries I feel those who were great seekers are lost. Like England, I feel that all the seekers are lost by drugs, hippism, all nonsense. America is the worst of all, which is so much lost into wrong seeking. And it's difficult to find people there who have right seeking. Gradually it is working out. But still I must say, we should not think of any one particular country where Sahaja Yoga is not working out so much, or in some places working out so much. It is what we have to think globally, that Sahaja Yoga is growing. And you are part and parcel of that society, which is Sahaja Yoga. It's a very rare society which they never had. They had one or two Sufis here and there, one or two realized souls here and there, who only suffered. All their lives they were tortured. Nobody looked at them. I had great hopes about Maharashtra, but I am so disappointed because they tortured all these great saints all throughout, so badly, in such a mean manner, that I think they are still paying for it. And despite the fact I have done so much work there, what I feel is that their karmas are not good, because they still, I would say, it's a rotten country. It's become so rotten. You can see that the way people are behaving, and the whole thing is so bad. Though Sahaja Yoga is there, no doubt, but I wouldn't say it is of that level as it is in the north of India. Very surprising, North Indians never knew anything about Sahaja Yoga. They were not such religious people either. But how the north people have taken to Sahaja Yoga is very surprising. So you can't say where the light will show. Just can't say. And wherever it shows, we should accept. Wherever it doesn't show, we should not feel bad about it. What can you do? You cannot sort of break their heads for Sahasrara. Their Sahasrara has to be opened up. And with your motherly love, with your motherly understanding, I'm sure you can do it. May not be to the same extent in every country, but I'm sure, as I feel, that maybe the punyas of these great saints will work. And maybe wherever I felt little bit disappointed, I feel that all these places will work out and Sahaja Yoga will grow. But first and foremost is your Sahasrara. Only your Sahasrara can reflect the light of the Divine. So your Sahasrara is extremely important. You must meditate to enrich your Sahasrara, to cure it, to make it completely nourished by the Kundalini. There's no need to do many rituals, but meditation and also little bit of taking bandhan even now today is necessary, I think, when you go out, because still Kali Yuga is working its own pangs and the Satya Yuga is trying to come out. We are the ones who are going to support, look after the Satya Yuga. And that's why the Sahasrara opening is very, very important. It's very important. And those who want to grow should meditate every day, whatever time you may come home, maybe in the morning, maybe in the evening, any time. But you will know that you are meditating when you can get into thoughtless awareness. Then you will know. Your reaction will be zero. Look at something, you'll just look at it. You won't react because you are thoughtless. You won't react. When that reaction is not there, then everything, you'll be surprised, is divine. Because reaction is your agas problem. Once you are absolutely thoughtlessly aware, you are one with the divine. So much so that divine takes over every activity, every moment of your life and looks after you. And you feel completely secure, one with the divine, and enjoy the blessings of the divine. May God bless you.
जय श्री माता जी। श्री आदि शक्ति का पूरा मंत्र लेंगे। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। आरती की तैयारी करेंगे।
सबको शक्ति माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
जय श्री माता जी। ध्यान की इसी स्थिति में हम परम पूज्य श्री माता जी से प्रार्थना करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज का सामूहिक ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित करते हैं। आज के ध्यान में आपने हमें निरानंद प्रदान कर हमें चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किया, इसलिए हम आपके हृदय से ऋणी हैं। संपूर्ण विश्व में विश्व निर्मल धर्म प्रस्थापित करने हेतु कृपा कर हमें सहयोग प्रचार एवं प्रसार का शुद्ध और प्रभावी माध्यम बनाइए। श्री माता जी, हमारी सभी प्रार्थनाओं का स्वीकार कर हमें आशीर्वादित करने की कृपा करें। थैंक यू श्री माता जी, थैंक यू श्री माता जी, थैंक यू श्री माता जी फॉर एवरीथिंग। सामूहिक बंधन। जय श्री माता जी। अनाउंसमेंट्स एट प्रतिष्ठान पुणे। आज की सूचनाएं इस प्रकार। प्रतिष्ठान में होने वाले विकास कार्य और मेंटेनेंस के लिए धनराशि भेजने हेतु आप प्रतिष्ठान पुणे एंड्रॉयड ऐप या pratishthanpune.in इस वेबसाइट पर डोनेशन लिंक का उपयोग करें। आपने अगर इसके पहले ऑनलाइन डोनेशन किया है और आपको डोनेशन रिसिप्ट प्राप्त नहीं हुई है तो कृपया आप प्रतिष्ठान हेल्पलाइन 8881192193 पर संपर्क करें। लर्निंग सहयोग यूट्यूब चैनल के माध्यम से नए साधकों के लिए अगला सत्र 17 जून को शाम 6:30 बजे होगा। लीवर डाइट इस विषय पे जानकारी मिलेगी। नए साधकों को यह जानकारी प्रदान करें। पीके साल्वे अकादमी नागपुर में 16 से 18 जून 2023 तक सहज संगीत कार्यशाला संपन्न होने जा रही है। इस कार्यशाला के लिए सभी जिले के सहज म्यूजिक ग्रुप सदस्य आमंत्रित हैं। यह कार्यशाला के लिए 1500 रुपये समर्पण राशि होगी। जो भी इच्छुक सदस्य है वो 13 जून 2023 से पहले www.pksalveacademy.org इस वेबसाइट पर रजिस्ट्रेशन लिंक द्वारा अपना रजिस्ट्रेशन करवा लें। कल के कार्यक्रम इस प्रकार। अर्ली मॉर्निंग मेडिटेशन सुबह 4 बजे प्रसारित होगा। सुबह का ध्यान सुबह 5:30 बजे लाइव प्रसारित होगा। शाम का ध्यान शाम 7 बजे लाइव प्रसारण होगा। आज का ध्यान सत्र यही संपन्न होता है। जय श्री माता जी। शुभ रात्रि।
जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का। जप लो नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का। माँ निर्मल का माँ निर्मल का माँ निर्मल का। ओ जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का। जप लो नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का। कष्ट जगत के पल में हरती, श्री माँ नजर में हर की करती, कष्ट जगत के पल में हरती, कष्ट जगत के पल में हरती। ऐसा सुंदर द्वारा माँ निर्मल का, ऐसा सुंदर द्वारा माँ निर्मल का, माँ निर्मल का, माँ निर्मल का, माँ निर्मल का। ओ जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो, नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का, जप लो नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का। हम सब माँ तेरे दर पे आए, सहज योग की भक्ति पाए, सहज योग की भक्ति पाए। हम सब माँ तेरे दर पे आए, सहज योग की भक्ति पाए, सहज योग की भक्ति पाए। प्रेम है सबसे न्यारा माँ निर्मल का, प्रेम है सबसे न्यारा माँ निर्मल का, माँ निर्मल का, माँ निर्मल का, माँ निर्मल का। ओ जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो, नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का, जप लो नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का। दर्शन माँ के सबने पाए, हम सबके माँ दिल में समाए, हम सबके माँ दिल में समाए। दर्शन माँ के सबने पाए, हम सबके माँ दिल में समाए, हम सबके माँ दिल में समाए। खेल है जग ये सारा माँ निर्मल का, खेल है जग ये सारा माँ निर्मल का, माँ निर्मल का, माँ निर्मल का, माँ निर्मल का। ओ जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो जप लो, नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का, जप लो 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 नाम है प्यारा माँ निर्मल का। जय श्री माँ की गाए जा, माँ की जोत जगाए जा, इस ज्योत नूरानी से सच्ची राह तू पाए जा। जय श्री माँ की गाए जा, माँ की ज्योत जगाए जा, इस ज्योत नूरानी से सच्ची राह तू पाए जा। जय श्री माँ की गाए जा। जग माँ के चरणों की है छाया, कण कण माँ का रूप समाया। जग माँ के चरणों की है छाया, कण कण माँ का रूप समाया। धरती और आकाश पाताल ने सबने ही माँ का गुण गाया। धरती और आकाश पाताल ने सबने ही माँ का गुण गाया। एक यही दरबार है सच्चा, यहाँ शीश झुकाए जा, इस ज्योत नूरानी से सच्ची राह तू पाए जा। जय श्री माँ की गाए जा, माँ की ज्योत जगाए जा, इस ज्योत नूरानी से सच्ची राह तू पाए जा। जय श्री माँ की गाए जा। कष्ट हारिणी कष्ट हरे हैं, बच्चों को भव से पार करे हैं। कष्ट हारिणी कष्ट हरे हैं, बच्चों को भव से पार करे हैं। महिमा परंपार है माँ की, माँ गागर में सागर भरे हैं। महिमा परंपार है माँ की, माँ गागर में सागर भरे हैं। फूल श्रद्धा के इस दर पे दिन रात चढ़ाए जा, इस ज्योत नूरानी से सच्ची राह तू पाए जा। जय श्री माँ की गाए जा, माँ की ज्योत जगाए जा, इस ज्योत नूरानी से सच्ची राह तू पाए जा। जय श्री माँ की गाए जा। आज नहीं तो करेगा कब रे, सोच भला किस बात की अब रे। आज नहीं तो करेगा कब रे, सोच भला किस बात की अब रे। माँ का माँ को कर दे अर्पण, माँ का दिया है तुझको सब रे। माँ का माँ को कर दे अर्पण, माँ का दिया है तुझको सब रे। होके मुक्त हर बंधन से, माँ से लौ लगाए जा, इस जोत नूरानी से सच्ची राह तू पाए जा।
जय श्री माँ की गाए जा, माँ की ज्योति जगाए जा, इस ज्योत नूरानी से सच्ची राह तू पाए जा। जय श्री माँ की गाए जा, 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 जय श्री माँ की